This is the 1991 Baron 43 Diesel Express. One thing you're going to see is a lot of unusual touches on this boat. A lot of touches you just won't see on other boats. They were doing things far ahead of their time. And first thing you'll notice is some of this chrome slash stainless steel, I guess you'd call it, that accents the boat. Just a beautiful job. And also your doorway that leads in to the cockpit, there is an electric door with a switch right there. So very unusual touches on this boat, and I look forward to showing them to you on this tour. The first thing you see when you enter the Baron, it's a large open area for a cockpit. You can of course add some seating here or keep it open for maybe some fishing. Then as well you have some storage right there behind the seating. When you move up to the storage area, the first thing you're going to notice is this helm seat. But as you can see through the track in the flooring there, that this helm seat totally swivels and goes against that wall to make a large conversation area, a large seating area up here by the captain. Just really well thought out. You see a lot of boats doing that these days. See in the seating area up towards the helm that all the vinyl is in good condition. Now under all this seating you're going to see storage. Current owner stores his life vests there. But you have storage as well as the helm seat for the captain and guest in good condition. You will see that the boat has been outfitted with a newer bimini and isinglass package. Keep the weather out on those days. The cabin entry just to the side of the helm. You'll see more of that chrome slash stainless steel. Just very interesting touch. And that'll bring us to our helm. As you can see, it's outfitted with a Garmin, and that is the 4212 unit. Very large display. Makes any captain look good. And then below that you're going to see the Raymarine autopilot. And below that you'll see a VHF radio. Then we have our helm area with all our instrumentation. And then up above you'll see depth and speed and all your dials. Okay, the first thing you'll see when you open the door to the cabin is of course these gorgeous teak and holly floors. Obviously they look newer than the boat and very modern and classic looking at the same time. And one thing you'll really think about the interior of this boat is it speaks of its time, a very retro look for today's day. To the starboard side as you walk in you'll see a large couch, L-shaped, with a table, as well as the control panel for the boat. Then if we cross back to the port side as you walk in, you can see a large galley. Just very large galley. Now in the seating area, the large seating area, you will see that some of the fabric on the walls need replacing. The current owner and was going to go with something like a neutral color, like a beige, but then thought twice about it. Thought it might be something the new owner would like to pick out, and then he'll consider it in the price. You'll see that it's got a big fridge, microwave oven, and a toaster oven all set up. Kind of a surprise when you open the cabinets about this boat is just take a look at what I believe is this wood with a beautiful finish is in all the cabinets. All of them. And look at the custom design to them. Just very interesting touch. Another really innovative thought by Baron was to do a giant skylight in the cabin. Walking forward towards the staterooms and cabin. I'll just give you a slow, steady look at the master. In this master, you'll see some of that fabric that needs replacing in this boat that we talked about earlier. Once again, you'll see a lot of interesting touches. First of all, a lot of storage in this boat. You have drawers underneath the bed. Then if you come up all along the side, there's cabinets, and once again, cabinets are done with that beautifully finished wood, and just very well done all along the side of the bed. And that brings us to our closets. And you'll see here, though, there is really enough storage and everything to pack for easily a week or two at sea. Besides the his and her closets, of course, you have your own access to the marine head right there. From the master, you're going to see there are two doors. The door starboard is the marine head, and the door port is the second closed door cabin in this boat. See a large cabin with bunks for a second closed door stateroom. And that brings us to our marine head. As you can see with our marine head, it's got big mirrors, it's got a big vanity, the head itself, and then it's got a separate shower, separate circular shower that glasses off. Big marine head for an express. Okay, and to access the engine room, you have two access points. You have one up here by the helm and one in the rear by the cockpit. And let's just talk about this one in the helm. Let's go ahead and lift this engine hatch. Runs on a gas-assisted hinge right there, but that'll gives you quick access down into the engine room. But we will go to the rear and enter through that. In the cockpit, you will see you have your main entry to your engine room. So let's First thing you'll notice when you're looking aft, I'm actually standing in the engine room, is there is a whole nother room in back of the engine room, and that is where you enter on that ladder from the cockpit. Is the amazing space and access you're going to see in this huge room to the aft of the engine room that is shared with this big Kohler generator. And I'll just let the camera do the talking and give you a little tour of what this aft room is like. The one thing that is going to shock you about a 43 Express is that there is almost stand-up headroom for me, and I am 5'9". Look at the access to these engines and the space around it. It will just really, really surprise you. So let's go forward a little bit. And I actually am standing up in the engine room at 5'9". Now granted, the hatch is open, but I think I'd be darn close to standing with the hatch closed. Just a ton of headroom and a ton of space to work around these Detroit diesels. And as you can see, they look like they're well maintained. everywhere you look around the engine room, you're going to see this fire retardant soundproofing, which is just really a big plus. It has rigged up here a place to hang 2 additional props. And everywhere you look, just more of that soundproofing. Look at the design here that allows you to walk comfortably around these engines in the Express and gives you ample room to do any preventive maintenance or whatever you need to do down here concerning the engines.